everyone, I hope you guys are doing fine. I welcome you all to the day 15 of CA Inter question series, and today's topic is automated environment. So let's get started.
Question number 1 is list the points that an auditor should consider to obtain an understanding of the company's automated environment. Points that an auditor should consider to obtain an understanding of the company's automated environment are: first, information systems being used, कौन से और कितने एप्लीकेशन सिस्टम्स यूज़ हो रहे हैं. सेकेंड, देयर पर्पस, फाइनेंशियल है या नॉन फाइनेंशियल है. थर्ड, लोकेशन ऑफ आईटी सिस्टम्स, लोकल है या ग्लोबल है. फोर्थ, आर्किटेक्चर, डेस्कटॉप बेस्ड है, क्लाइंट सर्वर है, वेब एप्लीकेशन है या क्लाउड बेस्ड है. फिफ्थ, version, functions and risks could vary in different versions of same application. Sixth, interfaces within systems, ये तब होता है जब multiple systems exist करते हैं. Seventh, in-house versus packaged. Eighth, outsourced activities, इसमें IT maintenance and support. Last, key persons, अब चीफ इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफिसर है या चीफ इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम ऑफिसर है या कोई एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर है. ये सारे पॉइंट्स ऑडिटर कंसिडर करेगा फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ कंपनीज ऑटोमेटेड एनवायरनमेंट. Question number 2 is the auditor of HK Limited completed the audit of the company in an automated environment. Management of the company requested the auditor to give an idea about any exceptions observed in IT environment that needs to be assessed. How the auditor should consider this request and report in the light of an audit perspective. While auditing in an automated environment, ऐसा possible है कि auditor को findings या कुछ exceptions मिले IT environment में या IT controls में that needs to be assessed and reported to relevant stakeholders including management and those charged with governance. Some points to consider are: क्या कोई वीकनेस है आईटी कंट्रोल में? अगर वीकनेस है तो इसका इम्पैक्ट क्या है ओवरऑल ऑडिट पे? जो डेफिशिएंसीज मिली हैं अब वो मैनेजमेंट को रिपोर्ट कैसे करनी है, इंटरनल कंट्रोल्स मेमो में या मैनेजमेंट लेटर में? एंड इन लास्ट, अगर कोई ऐसी सिग्निफिकेंट डेफिशिएंसी है देन ऑडिटर नीड टू कम्युनिकेट इन राइटिंग टू दोज चार्ज्ड विद गवर्नेंस. Question number 3 is data analytics can be used in testing of electronic records and data residing in IT systems using spreadsheets and specialized audit tools with IDEA and ACL to perform the selection of audit samples. Explain giving other relevant points also in the above context of data analytics. Auditor uses data analytics to first check completeness of data and population that is used in either TOC or substantive audit tests. Second, selection of audit samples like random sampling or systematic sampling. Third, recomputation of balances. Fourth, reperformance of mathematical calculations. Fifth, analysis of journal entries. Sixth, fraud investigations. And last, evaluating the impact of control deficiencies. Question number 4 is discuss the impact of IT related risks on substantive audits, controls and reporting. First, impact on substantive checking. The inability to address above discussed risks may lead to non-reliance of data obtained from systems. In such a case, all information, data and reports would have to be tested thoroughly for their completeness and accuracy. ऐसे में क्या होगा, बस ऑडिटर का काम बढ़ जाएगा और उसे डिटेल चेकिंग करनी पड़ेगी. Second is impact on controls. It can lead to non-reliance on automated controls, system calculations and accounting procedures built into applications. It may result in additional audit work. And last, impact on reporting. Due to regulatory requirements in respect of internal financial controls in case of companies, it may lead to modification of the auditor's report in some instances. Last question is, in an automated environment, general IT controls are policies and procedures that relate to many applications and support the effective functioning of the application controls. One such area is access security. What is the objective of access security and what are the activities included in it? Access security's objective is to ensure that access to programs and data is authenticated and authorized to meet financial reporting objectives. Now, in this, the activities are: first, security organization and management; second, security policies and procedures; third, application security; fourth, data security; fifth, operating system securities; sixth, network security; and last, physical security.
I hope you guys enjoyed and found this video helpful. Do write your thoughts in the comments below and I'll see you in the next video with new chapter and new questions. तब तक मेहनत करते रहें और आगे बढ़ते रहें.